Today on an all-new Dr. Phil. Is she pregnant?
You ask us to reach out to the father.
Yes.
Sent me fake ultrasound pictures.
He's a pathological liar.
Or is she lying?
Would you like our nurse to confirm it and send it to him?
I guess I don't know why it's really an issue.
You haven't been fully forthcoming with us.
I'm going to end this because I don't.
No. You need to listen to me.
No, I don't.
A volatile guest.
I am through being manipulated by
I'm
you.
not trying to manipulate.
Then sit down and talk to me.
A pivotal question.
I've counted 8 different men that you have manipulated with pregnancy claims. Are you pregnant?
Yes, I am.
Will you take a pregnancy test? Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
I'm trying to be an emotional compass and point you in the right direction.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you. Yesterday, we began unraveling an unbelievable story of deception and betrayal. It all began with an email from a woman named Brittany who wrote to me saying she was devastated after finding out her boyfriend, whose baby she's carrying, was leading a double life. But as we began digging deeper into her story, we discovered that Brittany wasn't telling us the whole story. Instead, what we uncovered were headline after headline documenting Brittany's alleged history of harassing men for revenge, money, fabricating pregnancies, births, and infant deaths, seemingly leaving at least 8 men in her wake. Now, Brittany had no idea what we had uncovered, and so she was backstage not listening as I spoke to her former friends, Randy and Haley. The stories they told us were shocking. I have to tell you, this was a tangled web of lies. And Brittany was weaving these to victimize these guys. And we were in the middle of this story finding all of this out. Take a look.
Prosecutors say she used her fake pregnancy as the reason she couldn't go to jail for violating a restraining order.
Brittany is constantly telling lies. If she's telling you that she's pregnant right now, do not believe a word she's saying. It's not true. The more she tells people that she's pregnant, the more she believes it.
You believed what she was telling you, correct?
Absolutely. When I met her, she was having twin babies with a doctor.
She actually shows you a sonogram.
Oh yeah, we picked out baby names, and she said she was gonna get him for a lot of money, and her child support checks will be huge. Brittany is constantly setting up men and making them believe that she's pregnant by them. Brittany finds men on dating websites. She will wind up sleeping with these men. One time, she tells them that she's pregnant, harasses them, extorts money from them, and these men give it to her.
Let's talk about some of the history of the men. Man 1, he filed harassment and a restraining petition against her. Man 2, married, claimed pregnant with his child. Man number 3, pregnant with his twin. Man number 4.
She entered my home, as a roommate. Within a few weeks of being a roommate, basically she forced herself upon me and started with lies and pregnancy and ultimately in a restraining order. She definitely needs some nature's psychotic help.
Did you confront her about this?
I did not. I cut her off completely.
When I first met Brittany, she told me that she had just delivered stillborn twins. Brittany showed me a picture of her actually holding 2 stillborn babies in her arms in a hospital bed.
She asked you to give her a statement supporting the fact that she had been pregnant.
Yeah.
I was aware of the pregnancies because I saw the picture of her holding 2 stillborn babies.
Brittany took the notarized papers, changed all the words, but kept my signature and the notarization. I was livid. I found out that Brittany was never pregnant and never actually had these twins. She took a picture from another woman and photoshopped her own face on it.
You're aware of 5 men that she claimed to be pregnant with. She's had 12 restraining orders against her, and she's been charged with violating those restraining orders on 8 different occasions.
Correct. She had like 7 felonies, and she got off with 2 misdemeanors. She gets away with everything.
One of the things you said is good luck keeping her on stage here because she's jumped out of a 2-story building and out of a moving police car.
She's crazy.
I have a lot of questions for Brittany, but first, I'm going to let her tell her story, and let's hear why she says she wanted to be here today.
When I first met my ex-boyfriend, everything was great. I was well respected, taken care of financially, and he went out of his way to do things to benefit me. Everything changed in August when I found out that he was living a double life. One morning, there were some text messages that came in on his cell phone that were very inappropriate from another woman. I learned 2 days later that he had a fiance that lived in another state. When I confronted him, he was nasty. He acted like it wasn't that big of a deal. He basically insinuated that I was nothing more than a booty call. It was like a slap in the face. My ex-boyfriend's fiance and I connected, and we both decided to confront him together. The conversation got heated and he hung up. Since that phone call, he has completely cut me off. He blocked my phone number. He has completely rejected me. That was very hard because right now I'm 25 weeks pregnant with his child. Now I hear that he's even questioning if the child is his, and I've even offered to give him a paternity test. Having a family is something that I've always wanted, raising a child with both of their parents involved. He has completely undermined that. Since telling my ex-boyfriend about the pregnancy, he has sent me numerous text messages saying that I'm emotionally unstable, spiteful, and that I'm going to be a bad mom. The amount of stress that he's put me through has put me in the hospital. He's put me through hell, and I want to make sure that other women don't have the same experience.
Okay, welcome. So, how long have you known this man?
About 9 months.
About 9 months. What was the point that it changed?
It changed when I discovered that he was involved with another woman. He had a fiance in another state. And when he was confronted about that, he became nasty.
Did you talk to the fiance?
Yes, I did.
And was she surprised about you?
Somewhat, but this wasn't the first time that he's done this to her.
At that point, did you give him a chance to clear it up? Did you say, that's it, buddy, you're out of here? I mean, what was your reaction at the time?
Initially, I was in shock, and he cut me off, so I didn't get an opportunity to talk to him about what was said. So I sent him an email, and I basically just said, you know, I'm disgusted with you, and at this point, I don't want anything to do with you because I've found out the type of person that you really are.
You're 25 weeks pregnant now?
Correct.
Were you happy when you found out you were pregnant?
I was nervous.
First time you've ever been pregnant?
Yes.
So this was a new experience for you?
Correct.
And how's that pregnancy going?
So far, it's going okay. I had some problems early on.
We were actually going to talk to you a few weeks ago, right?
That is correct.
And you were having some issues then because you had an exchange with our staff member. This was about 3 weeks ago. Our staff member, hi Brittany, are you available to chat today? Brittany, I'm at the doctor right now. I'm having complications. Our staff member, oh no, is everything okay? Are you still able to come to the show? Brittany, I'm having contractions. Staff member, oh wow, is that a good thing? Brittany, no, they're going to try to stop it. Our staff member, oh wow, is it slowing down? Brittany, you sent a photo in the hospital bed. Once I'm done with this medication, I can go home, but they are putting me on bed rest. He said there's a 10% chance after the first onset of preterm labor that the baby will be born within a week. My doc said he doesn't want me leaving town. He's concerned because of a uterine abnormality that this baby is going to be coming a lot sooner than planned. I just talked with my doc. He wants us to come up with a birthing plan regarding the baby being born premature. So they're on top of it.
Yes, they are.
What's your due date?
March 22nd.
Boy, girl?
That I would rather not say.
You don't want to disclose?
No.
Okay. Do you know?
Yes.
Now, you ask us to reach out to the father
Yes.
and see what he had to say about this whole thing. And we did. I've always said, no matter how flat you make a pancake, it's got two sides. And he tells a very different story than what Brittany does. We'll hear from him after the break. He thinks you're not pregnant.
Well, he's in for a rude awakening.
We can help with that today because we have a nurse here. Would you like our nurse to confirm it and send it to him? And later, I've had about enough of this. I am through being manipulated by you. Then sit down and talk to me.
Monday on an all-new Dr. Phil.
My stepdad is a sick pervert.
Did he molest his stepdaughter
Every chance Ralph got, he would touch me.
and his granddaughter?
He would have me touch him in the tub.
And your grandmother knew this.
She was fluffing her hair 10 feet away.
She's saying, why would you not turn around and say, get your hands off that child?
I never saw it.
I deny ever hurting Angela or Hannah.
For the first time in 15 years, Hannah and Angie faced the man they say did all of this to them.
That's Monday on an all-new Dr. Phil.
Brittany feels like she was really duped and deceived by her ex-boyfriend because he was, according to her, living a double life. Pregnant with his child at 25 weeks, right? 25 weeks?
Yes.
And is due to give birth in March. She asked that we reach out to him. She said she's only talked to him one time, actually through email, right? You haven't actually spoken to him.
Right.
Just reached out to him one time. He did not respond, and so she's backed off. Now, we were able to get Brittany's ex on the phone. He says he doesn't believe that she is pregnant at all and just wants her to leave him alone once and for all. Here's what he had to say.
We've seen each other on and off, and it just got to the point where, I wasn't interested anymore. She had picked up on the vibe, but then she called me and told me that she was pregnant. And then she sent me a pee strips that you pee on, saying that it was pregnant, and then from there it just spiraled out of control. At first I did believe it's mine, but then a buddy of mine, he actually pulled up a site and said, look, dude, this looks like almost just like the one she sent you. And it was almost the exact same picture. She just came by my neighbors, went by my landlords and talked to them and told them all kinds of crazy stories, called my work. She got into my contacts and just started calling people, getting a hold of my family on Facebook. I probably had to block at least 30 or 40 different numbers she called me from. She told my neighbor I had kidnapped her cousin and was holding her cousin against her will. She sent me fake ultrasound pictures, and the pictures don't have any name on them, any hospital on them, any serial numbers, none of that stuff. I mean, I don't wish anything bad on her. I just want her to leave me alone and move on with her life. Even if she is pregnant, do I believe it's mine? No.
Wow. So what do you say to that?
Well, that's partially why I'm here. He's a pathological liar.
Did you send him an ultrasound?
I did.
He sent us the ultrasound that he said you sent him. This is it, correct?
Yes.
He was concerned that this ultrasound didn't have any identifying information on it.
He didn't ask me to scan him a copy of it. I just took a picture of it while I was holding it in my hand. It wasn't anything that was intentional, but he has never asked me to supply him with anything else either.
But he thinks you're not pregnant.
Well, he's in for a rude awakening.
Yeah. But we can help with that today. because we have a nurse here that can do an independent pregnancy test, and we can send it to him, so he doesn't have any room for doubt or concern about manipulation. So he knows you're not jerking him around.
He knows that I'm not. I've provided him with a copy of the document from the hospital.
Would you like our nurse to confirm it and send it to him?
I guess I don't know why it's really an issue.
Well, I'm just asking if you would. It's up to you. I feel like
I've already provided him with that, and
okay.
I don't owe him anything more than what I've already given him.
You asked several questions. You said, what causes someone to lie like this? And you had a goal, and your goal was, I'm hoping he will own up for what he has done. He plays the victim. That was your goal, for him to step up.
Well, and if he needs help, I want him to get help, because the lies that he tells and the things that he does to people are not normal.
Be me for a minute, okay? You don't have to shave your head or anything, but be me for a minute. What do you think makes somebody make up lies and fabricate stories?
Well, there's a couple conclusions that I've come to. It's either one, it's a learned behavior. Two, it's a mental health issue. Or three, it's an addiction, and it's something that they thrive out of doing that to people.
Mm-hmm. What do you think the impact is?
I don't think that he's got any respect for any woman's worth, and I don't think that he cares what he does to other people.
Mm-hmm. You think somebody that does that would lack empathy?
Yes.
Do you think he needs help?
Yes, I do, and that's why I'm here.
I'm wondering if you recognize that you need help as well.
And I've been doing that. I've been working on myself.
I'm wondering if, in a sense, you being here today is a cry for help.
Time out.
I'm sorry?
You need to take a time out.
I don't want you to take a time out. You haven't been fully forthcoming with me.
I'm going to end this because I don't need this.
I'm a true prophet of the Lord.
My ex-boyfriend is a dangerous man with a Messiah complex.
You put her in scalding hot water.
What's a scalding?
We're the victims here. Do you understand that? I'm a victim.
I'm a victim of this world.
Plus,
Brandon was acting, modeling, and even had a record deal.
But look at their 35-year-old son now.
Brandon loves to wear superhero costumes.
To prevent crime and to fight coyotes in Griffith Park.
I was stuck 20 feet in the air, so I figured, what would Batman do?
Well, that's just stupid. I'm wondering if, in a sense, you being here today is a cry for help.
I think the whole situation needs help. It's a mess.
Well, but I'm wondering if you being here today is a cry for help, because do you watch this show?
I do.
Do you think I know what I'm doing?
I would sure hope so.
Do you think I do my homework?
I'm sure you probably do.
We actually got an email from a friend of yours who was concerned about you and said that you needed help.
Time out.
I'm sorry?
You need to take a time out.
Well, I don't want you to take a time out. I want you to talk to me. Because there are times in people's lives...
I'm going to walk out if you're going to do
No,
this.
hold on. Hold on, because let me tell you something. And listen, you can leave anytime you want, but hear what I have to say first.
I don't want to see the email. Bottom
sorry?
line. I don't want to see what this person had to say, bottom line. It's none of their business.
What I want you to do is hear me. You're willing to hear me, right? That's what you came here for, right? It's to hear from me?
I came here because I think he needs help.
Okay. I think people get to a point in their lives that are thresholds. And when they get to those thresholds, they can make a choice to go left or go right, and it can really have a profound impact on the rest of their lives. And you and I both know that you haven't been fully forthcoming with me. And
I haven't talked to you. This is the first time I've sat down and talked with you.
well, you haven't been fully forthcoming with us, with my
I'm
staff.
hearing this because I don't
No,
know
no,
this.
you need to listen to me.
No, I don't.
Okay. She kind of has a choice. She can go right or she can go left. If she goes left, there are 2 current warrants out for her arrest. And we can inform LAPD and they can execute on those warrants. Or she can agree to get some help and we can get her connected with Dr. Kaligi and Dr. Mannion here, who are from Creative Care, which is one of the most elite, high-quality inpatient treatment facilities in the entire United States. And it's very small. The doctor-patient ratio is just unbelievable, and would give her an opportunity to really visit with what's going on with her and try to unravel this. And doctors, I think that if she would ever take the mask off and deal with the what and why, I think you guys could have a profound effect on her. Would you agree?
Absolutely. She seemed a bit exposed today, and very difficult to be confronted with the reality. She had no idea what you know already about her case, so she's totally exposed.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to note that her face completely changed the minute she knew where you were going with it.
As soon as I said, he obviously doesn't think you're pregnant, I have a nurse backstage, let's just confirm that independently. No way, no how, she doesn't want to do that. If I was running that kind of a scam, I'm the last sumbitch I'd want to talk to. Seriously. I mean, I've trained interrogators. I know. She says that she will talk to me in the green room. My goal is for her to not go to jail, which will help her none. My goal is for her to go with Drs. Kaligi and Mannion. We're going to take a break. When we come back, I'll be in the green room with Brittany. You either want to talk to me or you don't. I've had about enough of this. I prefer to help you, but I am through being manipulated by you. Then sit down and talk to me. Closed captioning provided by...
Come on, Duck! You can do it, Duck! Hurry up, Duck!
You can do it, Duck.
IAMS helps keep your dog healthy at every stage, so you can always look forward to what's next.
So the in-laws have moved in with us.
And our adult children are here. Still.
So we save by using Tide.
Which means we use less.
3 generations of clothes cleaned in 1 wash.
Those are Mom's.
Anybody see my pants?
Last up to 2 times longer. Tide, #1 rated.
Hello. Hi. You don't want to say anything right now because the cameras are rolling. This is just me talking, not you, so you don't have to say anything. But I want to tell you what I want to talk to you about, and then you can decide whether you want to continue or not.
I know what you want to talk to me about.
Because I'm telling you that I'm here to offer you some serious help. You have 2 warrants out for your arrest right now. I'm trying to stop that from happening by getting you some help in lieu of that. The last thing I want you doing is being prosecuted. That's not what needs to happen here. Come on. That's not who, you have to know that's not who I am.
I know that.
You know what I know.
I know what you know, and that's why I walked away, because I was promised that this would not be brought
That's
up.
absolutely not true.
They promised me this. That was part of the agreement. Andrea promised me that this would not be
Then
brought
get
up.
Andrea, because that is absolutely not true. Andrea, step in. Did you tell her that you had criminal charges pending?
Yes.
You told me very briefly what they were about.
Well, if you think that there's something that you want to help me with and you think that I need help, I'm not going to object to that. But I'm not going to have this talked about on television.
What?
This stuff.
This stuff being...
My attorney specifically told me, because it is a reality TV show and it could put you in a situation for stress or anything unexpected, which is this exactly what he was talking about.
This is not a reality television show, so I beg to differ with your attorney, and I find that offensive to my sensibilities. Look, here's the bottom line. I'm going to talk to you about some things you need help with, and it's going to cure a lot of problems in your life.
Okay.
And if you want to hear about that, then okay. If not, then you got 2 paths you can go down. You can go down help with me, or you can deal with the warrants that are facing you, and that's between you and LAPD. I'm wanting to help you, and that's what I prefer to do.
Okay, so what's your plan?
To sit down and talk to you.
I was promised that this person who wrote into you would not have any part to do with this show. She intervened herself when
You were promised that this person would not be on Polycom, would not speak at all.
You told me that she would have nothing to do with it.
No. Once she emailed you and said, hey, I can't wait to be there for you on Monday to help you, which is all she said. You got really upset. I came over to see you and told you, okay, you don't want her on Polycom? She won't be on Polycom. And we immediately canceled her. She was gone.
Okay, I've had about enough of this. I've offered to help you. You either want to talk to me or you don't. I've had about enough of this. I'm either going to talk to you or I'm going to talk about you. And we can do it either way. I'll either talk to you to help you or I will talk about you. Either way you want to do it. Now, I prefer to sit down and help you and get you the help that will get you out of trouble, or I can go back out there and talk about you. It doesn't matter to me. I prefer to help you, but I am through being manipulated by you.
I'm not trying to manipulate
Then
you.
sit down and talk to me.
Okay, I will.
Then sit down.
Okay, can I just ask you something real quick?
No, either sit down and talk to me or you don't.
I'll sit down.
Then do it. You lied to me. You lied to our whole staff when you came here. You continue to make these claims when you know they're not true. The question that I have is why?
Monday on an all-new Dr. Phil.
Ralph would have me touch him in the tub.
It didn't happen.
She's saying, why would you not say, get your hands off that child?
That's Monday.
I'm sorry it got heated. I just want you to understand where I'm coming from.
Listen, I want you to understand where I'm coming from. You lied to me. You lied to our whole staff when you came here. Don't talk, just listen. You have assumed a pattern in life that is very self-destructive for you. You need help with that. You have been through a pattern of claiming that you were pregnant when you were not. You have falsified documents to the court. You have been convicted of that. You now have these warrants out for your arrest. You continue to make these claims when you know they're not true. The question that I have is why? I've counted up not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, but 8 different men that you have manipulated with pregnancy claims. You've had 12 restraining orders against you. You've violated it 8 times that have gotten prosecuted. You're going to continue to get in trouble if you don't stop doing what you're doing. Do you ask yourself why you say things that aren't true?
Well, like I told you, I've been working on things.
We know that you have made misrepresentations to people, correct?
Yes, I have.
Will you take a pregnancy test?
I don't see why you're questioning that when I have an actual screenshot of my electronic medical records that show it, and there's a date on there, there's everything that's on there, including my name.
I'm questioning it because
and I understand your position
of these headlines.
Yes, I know.
And for you to say that you're pregnant but you won't take a 10-second pregnancy test is absurd. The only way that you're going to get any help begins with being honest.
Okay.
Are you pregnant?
Yes, I am.
Are you 25 weeks pregnant?
Yes, I am.
So you can take a pregnancy test and prove that?
Yes.
Will you do that now?
When I have to go to the bathroom, I will.
Because we'll wait.
Okay.
When I ask you on stage, have you ever been pregnant before? And you say no, but yet you have claimed on numerous occasions to have been pregnant.
I have been, but I didn't want to discuss it because it's a painful situation. And yes, I was dishonest, but...
Did you Photoshop your face onto another woman's body that was holding 2 stillborn babies?
I did not do that.
Who did?
I do not know her name.
But somebody put your face on that picture?
Yes, they did. I did not do that.
Why would someone do that?
She was just trying to help the situation, and I don't think that it really helped.
You didn't have 2 stillborn babies?
No, I did not.
And saying that you did is what I'm talking about. That's bad judgment, right?
Absolutely.
Did you falsify the birth certificates?
Yes, I did.
Have you claimed you were pregnant to men before when you weren't?
I have, yes.
And tell me why you think you've done that.
Well, if you knew some of the medical history of some of the things that have gone on, which a lot of it, and it's involved surgeries and a lot of narcotic drugs, dealing with pain clinics and things on that nature, that played a big part of the issue.
You think you've done it while you were in an altered state of consciousness?
Absolutely. And I'm not proud of that.
Were you on drugs when you tried to jump out of a moving car?
I've never tried to jump out of a moving car.
Did you jump out of a 2nd-story window?
I did, but there was reason behind why I did that.
If you're going to be in the Los Angeles area and you want to watch a live studio taping of the Dr. Phil Show, go to drphil.com for free tickets or call 323-461-PHIL. 323-461-7445. Why do you think these men, I only know about 8, there may be more, why do you think they have felt stalked and harassed by you?
A lot of games of, I'll put a restraining order on you. You can't contact me, but I'll contact you and I'll bother you as much as I want to. It's unfortunate that those things don't work both ways and protect both parties.
But you've violated them. You lost the game, is what you're saying.
Under drugs, yeah.
Yeah. Were you on drugs when you tried to jump out of a moving car?
I've never tried to jump out of a moving car.
Well, the police report says you did.
And that's a lie. That's not what happened.
What did happen?
I was trying to reach for something, and I was getting car sick, and I was holding onto the door in the back seat. I was trying to stabilize myself. I would never try to jump out of a moving car.
The police are lying.
Yes, they are. I would never do something that stupid.
Did you jump out of a second-story window?
I did, but there was reason behind why I did that.
But you did jump out the second-story window.
I felt like I didn't have a choice. It was for my own safety.
And the police thought you were evading them.
They did.
Were they wrong?
Yes, they were.
Do you consider this to be change-worthy behavior?
Absolutely.
So saying you're pregnant when you're not, you say that's change-worthy behavior?
Absolutely.
And violating restraining orders, you agree that's change-worthy behavior?
Yes.
Are you on any drugs now?
Nothing narcotic or anything along those lines, no.
Nothing that you shouldn't be on?
Correct.
You have 2 warrants out for your arrest right now.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I understand, they are deadly serious and really pissed.
Okay.
The last place you need to be is sitting in a cell somewhere. You've been there before, right?
I have.
Did that help you?
No.
And you obviously didn't learn anything from it because you continued to make poor choices after having been in jail, correct?
That is correct.
A very viable alternative to going to jail is to go into a treatment facility. I want to offer you to go in to what I believe is the most elite treatment facility in the country.
Okay.
It only has 6 beds. That's how elite it is. It's called Creative Care. And I'm going to bring the founder in here in just a minute. And they're willing to bring you in. This gives you a chance privately, anonymously, to really step back and figure out what you need to do to be at peace in your heart, to be at peace with yourself, to where you don't feel the need to make bad choices, where you don't have poor problem-solving skills, poor problem recognition skills, toxic relationship tendencies, where you can figure out why you're doing the things you're doing. And that's what I'm offering you as our gift to you. And I'm guessing you haven't had a better offer lately.
No, I haven't.
This February on Dr. Phil.
Jerry is throwing away my financial future with online dating scams.
She thinks her husband is being catfished.
I would sure like to meet you one day, if we could do it without your wife finding out about it.
Dr. Phil has exposed online scams before, but wait till you see who's on the end of the line this time.
Hey, Jerry, this is Phillips. Hope you're having a great day. But to tell you the truth, this isn't Phillips. This is actually Phil.
Dr. Phil. And I plan on talking to you later.
This February on Dr. Phil.
Want to know what's coming up on Dr. Phil? Visit our website and subscribe to our email newsletter. You'll get weekly updates, life strategies, and exclusive video that you won't find anywhere else.
Plus, on drphil.com, you can see sneak previews of upcoming shows. Log on today.
Well, so you just saw my rather exhaustive conversation with Brittany. You may wonder why I had to be so harsh with her to get her to sit in a chair and talk with me. She is very used to talking in circles and not being responsive. And I just simply didn't want to do that anymore. So we're either going to do this or we're not. Haley and Randy, what'd you think about the conversation when we sat down?
We actually both said we feel bad for her.
Yeah.
In like the sick way, like that she's sick. Not that she was, you know, oh, she's finally coming to terms, you know, that kind of thing. We also sat there and I'm like, he's magical. Like, he's reading her. That's awesome.
And I really want to ask her why. Like, why did she lie to me?
Right.
Like, she was like a sister to me, you know what I mean? Like, that's how I felt about her. Well. And I'm hurt by it, and I want to know why.
We're really
You know, I could forgive her, but she has to talk to me and, you know, earn that forgiveness.
Yeah, and I don't think she's at that point yet, but I think what did happen is she did sit down. She did admit that she has lied about pregnancies before.
Right.
She did admit that she's violated these orders before. She did admit that she was involved in manipulating documents to the court. She did admit that she falsified birth certificates before. She did admit to harassment. So she virtually came clean on virtually every single thing that we were going to talk about here.
I'm excited for her. I'm excited that she's going to go to treatment.
I think owning that and admitting that to the degree that she did, I think is a step, a huge step in the right direction from 30 minutes earlier, having walked off the stage saying, I'm not going to talk about anything. So I give her credit for that.
I do too.
She still maintains she's 25 weeks pregnant. I'm very patient. We'll give her a bucket of water and we'll wait until...
She has a very strong bladder, I'm sure.
Well, I have a very strong constitution. We'll wait. I want to thank all of my guests today, and a very special thanks to Dr. Khaligi, Dr. Mannion, and Creative Care Calabasas for offering much-needed help for Brittany. Thank you, and we'll see you next time. So long. Well, you know, since taping this show, we received a call from a friend of Brittany's informing us that Brittany had been arrested. Now, after speaking with law enforcement, they confirmed that Brittany has been arrested in her home state as a fugitive of justice after failing to appear in court for violating her probation. Now, she's currently awaiting extradition back to the state where her offenses took place. Now, while in county jail, Brittany spoke with one of our producers. She said she had recently given birth, but would not share any more details so we could verify the validity of her newborn child. The producer told her if we could verify the birth, we would ensure the update was added into the show. She still declined. Brittany also said she would like to finish her conversation with me and promised she would answer every question I had. Furthermore, she also would like to return to the treatment facility where we originally offered her resources. So we'll keep you updated on this ever-changing story.